What's up, YouTube? All right, thought it's time for an update. This is gonna be extremely sloppy because I'm gonna just use this to rant and more like vent about the problems in business. Um, but actually, I'm gonna try really hard to keep it short this time because, to be honest, I really don't have a lot to update. They're big updates, but they're pretty short. They've just been like big disasters and like new things I started and some refunds. Other than that, nothing's much changed. Just toughness.com. It's just been a hard day in day out without a break. Um, so okay, let's start here. Out of the latest model, which is that um, I get a client and I tell them that, hey, um, you're a big company, right? I'm going after companies that are like doing a couple $1 million, and I'm like, look, we can get you 10 times the leads than what you normally do with your company. Plus, we'll do it on performance. So that gets their ear. But then there's about quite a bit of cost. It's like 25 grand, roughly. If they do the whole thing, nobody has done it even close, unfortunately. But the idea was that, look, we're going to get 10 offices that we're going to rent out. Each of them, we're going to put a Google profile in there. And they're going to be 10 different, basically, campaigns. All the leads come to you. This is what you're going to pay per lead. There's a small setup fee, but no difference other than the previous model, other than that, now after I got hit with Red Turtle where it got completely wiped, there are 10 different entities, right? We're making everything completely separate, like over the top, like even the servers and the hosting, like almost like their PBNs and stuff, trying to be extra safe and cautious. But that's the idea. Now, what was the problem with this? In last month, was it last month or this month? I can't even remember my months. Today's the fuck man, I actually don't know. I think it was last month. But in the last 30 days, we had two clients who did not like stay with their agreement, right? So think about this. You get offices, and I don't know if people know how to get these virtual offices. It sounds simple, right? It's a service out there, you just go buy it. What the hell? What's the big problem? It's a clusterfuck. Like you gotta do notary, CMRA, paperwork, go back and forth with their headquarters that's going to give you permission to use a listing. Otherwise, sometimes they email you saying that you can't use your Google listing there, all the shit. So we're trying to like make sure everything is good. And if we were to add this tasks on the client, like as part of doing business with us, I mean, it's pretty much a done deal. There's no way they'll ever do that shit. I can't even get clients to do onboarding sometimes, like give us like the logins to their website and stuff properly in time for us to begin. If they have to do 10 times find office and all this stuff, it's not going to work. So what I did, me being me, is put my name on it, right? I'm on the risk. I'm signing a lease for you, and your card is going on file, but if you wish to change your card and not pay for this anymore, I'm liable for 10 offices per client. So lo and behold, I think you can kind of guess what happened. I got a big bill and I lost about 20 grand in like the last couple of weeks. And mind you, that's a lot of money for a business that only has like 50K in the bank in total. And then it makes about 50, 60K per month in total revenue. And it's losing money. Like the expenses is more than that. Each month I have to literally pull shit out of my ass. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna sell this guy for this thing, little one time off here so I can get some cash so I can pay this thing. That's how I'm doing it. So I got hit with 20 grand. I'm like, oh fuck. It's just like wiped out like pretty much most of the money I made this year. Um, so that's basically the latest update on that one. So what am I gonna do? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with this model, but thank God, one of the side things I've been working on finally went through. This has been in play for a couple of months now, but basically, I got somebody to fund this entire idea. They're going to be putting up like a good amount of money. I don't know exactly how much, but let's say like 50 to 100 grand if it need be per month And then we need to see some kind of progress in about 90 days, 3 to 4 months. Even if it's not generating and making money back, it's gotta like rank, whatnot, show progress. And then 6 to 8 months range is when it will start to make money back and see if we can break even and stuff like that. But that's the idea. So I'm gonna be putting a lot of my focus on that direction now, since it at least covers my downside. Again, I don't make any money, and the deal in terms of the upside is lower naturally because right, you're giving half the profit away, and but at least it covers my costs. So um, yeah, the plan is relatively simple. It's like what we're doing with this model where the client funds it instead of clients I get funding that. I have this partner who's going to be funding it all, getting locations, Google listings, and making sure whatever we need to do to get those expenses covered. My job is to do the marketing and get them ranked and whatnot and make them produce leads. And then we just split it. That's the entity, that's the plan. And I'm going to go to California soon here. I don't know, in the next couple of weeks, I believe. We're just waiting for, I think, one last thing. Like, it's not the EIN, it's something else, because I know I got the EIN already. It's something else we're waiting for to come through before I can go out there and open a bank together, put everything properly in writing and whatnot. So, okay, so that takes care of update on not Red Turtle. This is version 5. Like, we're calling it the 30/30. It's a plan to get 30 jobs in 30 days, because the idea is that each listing can bring you 10 leads a month. And if you have 10 of them, right, we're getting 10 office locations, you get 100 leads. And in roofers, a good roofing company should have at least a 30% close rate. And that's, if you're getting 100 leads and you're closing 30%, you're getting 30 jobs in a month. It's like a job a day. That's where the name came from. Thought it was catchy. I'm running out of names at this point, so I don't even know if I should name it until it starts working. But that's what the name was. I'm still gonna be doing this to a degree, not as much, right? Like, because we already have some clients that are already sold on this product, and it's gonna take again 8 months to see how this one goes. But most of my attention, like 80% of my attention, is gonna go into like the partnership one, because that's I mean, honestly, I'm surprised somebody even believed me enough to like put all this money behind this idea, because like they're basically taking a whole bet that I'm gonna be able to rank these and make their money back and whatnot. So I'm extremely grateful to this person, and also the guy's a pretty phenomenal entrepreneur. Like, I don't think I think this is the bone like that I'm getting thrown, right? Like, usually I don't really get bones from life. I kind of have to work through a lot of chew through glass to get even crumbs. But if there's a bone to get, I think like this one might be it. Like, of this entire era. Like, just to put it in context, I think the bone I got from my last from 2012 till 2018, before I started the business, probably would have been like the introduction to meditation. Like, it's like, damn, I'm so glad I found meditation. That was like the bone life threw me. This time, I think it's just the partner that I got. So with that being said, I guess we can look at, I want to play a clip from Refunds. I want to show you guys what it sounds like to do refunds. I gave 2 refunds this month. This is one of them. I'm going to just play the recording, a little bit of the clip. So anyways, so my whole thing is like, okay, all I ask is we're going to, shift this. And also I looked at the, some of the leads, per the agreement, we do owe you like, some of the leads you were charged at replacement. So I am going to honor that and give you the refund for those. But yeah, other than that, the idea is like, look, I'm going to find the local guy. I don't know when. This might take some time. All I ask is whenever that time comes, again, this is not something you have to do. This is just like more like a request. It's like, if you just put in a word about us, like, because I'm gonna be like, hey, yeah, I was working with Clyde. You can talk to him, and you can just be like, hey, yeah, we tried them for some time. They delivered some stuff, but it just didn't make sense for me in the return I was getting. You can just tell them, like, straight out, like, it didn't make sense for my return, so we stopped working, and that's it.
That's fine. Well, look, I'm going to be honest with you, man. You've been probably the best person that I've worked with I mean, honestly, I mean, the last company, they didn't give a shit about me. I mean, they did not give me, I think I got one $600 roof repair. Okay, wow. I paid them way over $10,000.
Right.
And then they hounded me to death.
Anyways, my point is, okay, this is somebody who we made a deal that it's going to be $250 for replacement phone calls, $150 for repairs. Some of the repairs we accidentally charged them for replacements, and it was like last year sometime that happened when we found out after we were starting the conversation of a parting. And then I honored that, obviously, like I'm giving some people full refunds even when it's not supposed to be like given. So I'm like, of course I'm going to honor this and give this to this guy. But in total, what's sad about this account is that we actually did deliver. Like, he spent like 10 grand with us, and he got 38 phone calls for roofing. He closed 2 jobs, 2 replacements. Man, it's one of the guy's awesome. He's like an older folk. He plays golf. He's like almost 70. I think, and that's kind of why. Not think. He knows this too. Later on in the conversation, he even says it. He's like, I'm not a pushy sales guy. My point is, like, he's very bad at sales, and that's the unfortunate part with performance is that you're not just taking the risk of your business and ranking them. You're also taking the risk on their business. Can they even sell? Because a bigger, proper company that have salespeople and stuff, they have to make it work. They can't get big unless they make it work. Like, if their sales is not converting like 20-30% at least, their company won't even grow. They'll just lose money in marketing. But with something like this, it's like they got to get really high quality leads, like Google level, without having to pay for it. We do the work and they only pay after. So when it doesn't work, we get the, you know what I mean? Anyways, I still honored it. And as you can see, he left off in good terms as it can be. And I'm going to have to find another person to take this off to. And let's see how this goes. I'll make an update for that next video. The other refund I gave, I just gave a full refund, right? We got the guy. It's been 6.5 months. So not even the year term is up. We even ranked him at the top 3. But for some reason, it's not getting that many calls. We only got like 2 leads so far. And he was upset. He's upset. He's complaining. And I was just like, look, man, normally you would wait if you don't get the 10, because the minimum is 10 leads within a year's term to get the refund. If you don't get this back, because that's how we, like, basically, I don't know if I explained this in video before. Basically, it's like 10 leads. If you get even one job, that's profit in roofing is about $4,000 or $5,000 per job. It makes the setup fee back, the 3 grand back. That's how we structured it. Is that, hey, if you don't make your money that you're putting in, we'll refund it to you. And that's how we structured it in the agreement. Anyways, he started to get just a couple leads. He's even ranking in the top 3, but he just didn't see the value in it at all. He was just complaining about stuff. Hey, this now is too slow and stuff. And I'm here thinking, like, God, man, that if you had to try to do this by yourself, right? Like, you would have to pay 2-3 grand per month and pay 6-7 months before it starts taking traction. If the company can even deliver. Most companies don't deliver, right? The success rate in the SEO industry is really bad. And that's even if they delivered, you would have already paid $12,000, $14,000 easily before you started to make a penny. But now he paid a small setup fee and has the money back guarantee, but just doesn't want to wait a year. I just gave him the whole thing. So again, some of this stuff logically, it's like, why are you doing this? You're not supposed to, because it's even working. You rank them and give it the time. You got 2 leads. You can get 8 in the next 6 months. But some of them is actually old mistakes. Both of these people are smaller companies, which I learned that I'm taking a huge risk on their business skills. They don't pick up their phone. They can't sell as well. They think they can sell. It's crazy. Like, out of all the people I talk to, I'm waiting for the day I meet one roofer, right? I mean, I'm being really frank here. I think it's literally less than 1%. There's a few roofers in my entire experience that say that that's not their strongest suit. Most people think they are like godlike in sales. I don't know why this is. Just for sales. Like if you ask them like how's your ability as a businessman overall, I don't think they think they're like a superior human being there or something. But when it comes to sales, for some reason everybody thinks like they're godlike. It's just a unique observation with, I don't know if it's just blue collar industry, but it's really interesting to me. Anyways, they all think they're godlike. When the numbers come in, they sell like 1 in 10, 2 in 10 at best. Anyways, so I realize these are old mistakes. And one of the things I'm trying to follow is, I make a lot of mistakes, man. Like, I can't even explain. I can make a whole video about just about that. But my point is like, I make like a lot of stupid mistakes too. Like mistakes that I think people with just a little bit better IQ would just be like, yeah, let's not fucking do that and waste a year. Like, how about not take that turn? It's like you're driving. How about not crash into how about just let's hold it straight? Like I'm not the one who's like, what is this tree? And I fucking like a retard, right? So I do a lot of stupid shit. So what I'm trying to do is when you're meeting with previous sins, so to speak, like this is previous sins, right? It's like, what is happening to this guy? This guy's a good guy. He's just old. I shouldn't have sold him. It's my fault. I can sit here and all day say, I deliver. I got you 30 leads, but you can't sell at all. You got 2 sales. Dude, what is that? Not even 5% close for freaking inbound phone calls? What the fuck is wrong with you? I can make all this justification. But in the end, I sold him. It's my fault. I should have picked better. Why did I pick him to sell him? I should have chosen better. So old sins, I'm trying to take it in the chin and make it like, all right, let me just refund. Even when I don't have to. Even when I delivered all the leads, I'm honoring it. Even when I rank them at the top and my time is not up, I'm still refunding. The other guy that I refunded, he was like actually shocked from it. He was like, hey, I really didn't think you're going to give back all the money. Like, I really appreciate that. I thought, most people don't stick to their word. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, just, I know, I don't know. Maybe I look like I'm somebody who's stealing money. I'm not sure, but just, I don't. I do actually stick to what I say. I might not be that good at everything I do, kind of just not that intelligent as a person, but fuck, like just, anyways. All right, where are we at? Obviously, it's not going to be a short video, right? I don't know why I say that every time. 20 minutes in. Okay, I got to find a way to turn the camera around so I can show some, business I started and whatnot. Let's see. All right. Okay, let's see. Got the EIN. New company. Let's go. I kind of well up whenever I go to a new LLC because last time I did this was 2018. This time I used Zen Business, not LegalZoom. This was in June 6th, like about, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. Business bank is at, oh, I gotta log in. I'm gonna use token. I'm trying to be more, what is it called? Higher security, because we had some weird shit happen where I literally thought I was getting hacked. Wait, am I supposed to tell you this? Oh, no, that's just a authenticator pin. It's fine. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? All right, well, this is the new company, Stallion. Right, Inbound Stallion is the whole name, but Stallion is the name. We just threw up a stupid website a couple of days ago just to have something as a landing page there. We're not going to be advertising that thing. We're just building out listings and then selling to people after the listings bring in calls, so it's different. But yeah, the bank account's at 44. It's not even 44 actually. It's actually less because this is not my money. This is some money the partner put in here to cover some expenses as we're getting this going. And he's going to be filling this up. So my accounts are just here, this stuff here. So business has 30K, my savings have 495, my personal account where I pay my rent and whatnot is 7 A's. So with everything, this number, this is the total minus 6073. Let's do some math here. 44675 minus 6073. 38,692. Okay, cool. Let's just say 38,000. That's what I got. Okay. I started the year with like 80K. A little under that, I believe. 79 something, but 80K. 80K minus 38,000. Oops. 38. 42,000. So I'm under $42,000 on the year. Basically, this is 6 months in the year. So 42,000 divided by 6. So on average per month, I'm losing $7,000. You know, if it was, that doesn't actually, that to me doesn't sound as bad. What hurts is that when this crazy shit happens, I get hit with like 20, 25 grand, and I think I'm about to hit bankruptcy. I'm about to get wiped out. Because again, like on a monthly basis, our expenses are like 60, 70K. So I don't even have enough income to even cover the expenses. Every month I gotta pull something. So when things are big that happen outside of what I expect, it makes a big dent. Anyways, I'll come back to full screen me, I guess, to wrap things up. All right, so really, I mean, you know, honestly, I have nothing, like no hope words to say other than just a couple things. Number one, guys, like doing the right thing only counts when it's hard to do the right thing. It's pretty easy to give somebody back 2 grand, 3 grand money for whatever when you're making $50,000, $60,000 profit every month, right? If you're making $500,000 a year, you know, like let's say if you have to give back some refunds, 2, 3 grand, you're making 40, 50 grand. It's less than 10% of your profit in the month. You'll be fine. You'll make it back in the next couple of weeks. That's it. It's much harder to do when you're already losing money and you have 40, 50 grand in total to play with and make this thing work. And so there's a lot of things I can say, but all I'm going to say is doing the right thing only counts as doing the right thing when it's uncomfortable to do the right thing, when it's inconvenient to do the right thing, right? And when I say right thing, I'm not talking about freaking agreements. If I feel like it's right, agreements is for them. If it's agreement, we agreed, and I'm in the wrong, I 100% do it. But if the agreement is in my favor, I do it how I feel it. And most times, if I feel like they're also like, you know, I don't know. I try to just give them the benefit of the doubt pretty much. And that's partially why also I get big hits, right? I trust people maybe a bit too much. You know, I was shocked so many times that, wow, I used to charge people 2, 3 grand per month and they would have to wait 6, 8 months before they got a lead. Now I did all this work for free and you're not going to pay me for this? What the hell? Like the first time I was really actually like genuinely shocked. I was like, how are they fighting me with this? Like, I don't understand. We did all of this for free. Like, that's where, you know, initially, like, but I learned from there to there, but then I still made a lot of the same mistakes. Like, I trusted these people, like, hey, these are bigger companies. They're doing 2, 3 million. I made sure they should stick to their agreements and pay for these offices. I can show them, like, you know, they're not paying me even. They're paying the offices directly. This is not coming to me. They should see that very, you know, I'm going to work everything for free, but they just cover the office expense. But even that they don't, right? So a lot of this is like, just like over trust, if you want to call it that. But here's something that I can take to the bank that I achieved so far. Because you could say, like, so what? What your year's just been you losing 7 grand a month? This is what you're. Here's what I can say I achieved. Man, I currently know how to work under a different kind of pressure. Like, I thought I was under pressure before because there's, you know, clients and emails and all these people to manage and stuff like that. But when you have to do all that shit with a 4 times bigger team managing it working harder than ever, like by far. The team we have right now and the things we're doing is really fucking like it's basically it's impossible for me to get here if I wasn't forced to. And we have no choice because we're literally sinking to get to be as good as we are. We're working super hard. Like weekly, the breakthroughs we're having is bigger breakthroughs than I would have quarterly in the previous model. This me just being honest here. But still nothing to show for it. And it really sucks. Like, this is not fun. This is up there. Like, I respect anybody who can do this kind of model. It's probably why nobody does it though. Maybe we'll find out. But it's probably why there's so few people you can even find, right? How many agencies are there? There's freaking like how many? I can find 100 groups alone in Facebook, right? How many agencies are doing PPL at scale? That's a question. You'll see, like, okay, crickets, not many. Where I'm getting at with this is, for what it's worth, it's like I'm learning to be like, look, you move this forward, right? I am fine. I think, like, I'm just saying what I kind of think and feel at this current phase is that if it fails, it fails. I am accepting it. I'm at this point where I'm accepting it. But god damn it, I'm not going to accept it where I walk away, where I didn't feel like I didn't put it all. In fact, what's allowing me to accept it is putting it all. Is putting it where I wake up when it's dark and I go to sleep and end my day when it's dark. And there's a very slight, small smile when I do that, which is that I'm putting it all. I am putting in everything. And if it's going to fail and I have to say goodbye to the game and leave and whatever that looks like, me going back and living with my mom, whatever, at least I can look at it and be like, look, you tried. You're just not made, you're just not man enough to survive as an entrepreneur in 2025. You kind of had it pre-2020, but you're just not good enough for this era. And that is okay. I think, in all honesty, I think I will be in time fully able to accept that as long as I can continue working the way I am and actually pushing this shit, moving the needle. And only you can answer that. Nobody can tell you that you're doing enough. It's only you know the truth if you're putting it all on the line when you're going to sleep. I'll leave it there. Peace.